Today we will be identifying complete subjects, action verbs, and direct objects in a sentence. The first thing we're going to be working on is finding a complete subject. The subject is what is doing or being. Subjects work with the verbs to make the sentence. The first thing that you're going to need to find is your verb. Your verb is your action word. So in this case, the verb in the sentence is rang. The whole sentence says, a phone rang in Miss Krugel's classroom. When you find the word rang, you'll be able to tell that what is doing or being here. It is the phone. So your questions need to be, what is the action and what is doing the action? Always ask these two questions. What is the action? What is doing the action? In this case, the action, or this first sentence says, these brownies were the best batch ever cooked by Jonah. What is the verb? The verb is were. The thing that is doing the action is these brownies. This is the complete subject. The next sentence, the old man flew down the street on his skates. What is the action? It is flew. Who is doing the action? The old man. Francisco is the only boy in the room. What is the action? Is. Is the action. What is? Francisco. Go to next. Sometimes your subject isn't going to be at the beginning of your sentence. For example, until today, they always ran to school. They is your subject. What is the action that they are doing? They ran. In this case, it's a question. Why is it spotted? What is your verb? Your verb is. What is doing anything here? It is. After the awards show, we went to Craig's victory party. It is not at the beginning. It is towards the middle. What is the verb? The verb is went. What is doing the action? We. We is the complete subject. Sometimes a subject isn't a living thing. In this case, that movie had my two favorite people in it. What is the action verb? Had. What had? That movie is the complete subject. Our house was full of memories. What is the action here? Was. What is doing the action? Our house. The car ride to Dallas takes forever. What is the action here? Takes. What is the complete subject? What is doing the taking here? Is the car ride to Dallas. The car ride to Dallas is your complete subject. We've kind of already gone over this, but I want to go over it one more time. Action verbs describe what something does. So for instance, Layla plays on her school's softball team. What is the action here? Plays. Tony dances every Tuesday after school. What does Tony do? He dances. Dances is the verb. Sarah and Ricky cooked dinner together. What is the action in this sentence? Cooked. The older boys never included their little brothers in the game. What is the action here? Included. That is the action that is being done here. Direct objects are our next thing. Direct objects tell us who or what about a verb. It's receiving the action from the verb. Karen found a clue. Your verb here, always again, start by finding your verb. The verb is found. What is being found? The clue. And I've got Karen here. She is going to be our complete subject. A direct object always comes after your verb. So you never have your direct object before the verb because it's always receiving the action from the verb. Sharon kicked the soccer ball into the net. What is Sharon doing? She's kicking. What is she kicking? The soccer ball. This is kind of that same deal I was talking about earlier. Sometimes you're going to have all of your subjects and verbs at the middle of your sentence. In this case, you've got, after searching for her key for hours, Sue found it in her back pocket. Who is doing the finding? Sue. What did she find? What was found here? It. It was found. The next thing. Sometimes you'll have two direct objects in a sentence. If you have two verbs, usually you're going to have two direct objects. In this case, Jackson is the complete subject. What do we find first, though? We find our nouns, our verbs. Jackson hates washing his socks, but loves scrubbing dishes. In this case, hates and loves are our two verbs here. What is receiving the action of hates? Washing his socks. What is receiving the action of loves? Scrubbing dishes. So always read your entire sentence and make sure that you find all of your verbs and all of your direct objects. Jamari made a basket and got a steal. Jamari is the complete subject. Our verb is made. Our other verb is got. What is made? A basket. What is got? A steal. The car hit the curb and broke a wheel. What are our verbs here? Hit and broke. Those are our two verbs. What is being hit? The curb. What is being broke? A wheel. What is the complete subject here? The car. So just to sum this all up, a subject is always doing or being. It is always doing the action or being something. A verb is the action word. A verb is always going to be completing some sort of task or doing something. Always find your verb first. You need to make sure and always find that because that's going to help you map out your entire sentence. Direct object is just the action of the verb. It receives the action. What is being done? What is it being done to? Whatever it's being done to is your direct object. I will see you guys on Friday.